And Tennessee wins the national championship game. We only scored 7 points in the fourth quarter. How dare we? Okay. Let's look at the stats real quickly. So looking at our stats. Whoops, season stats. We went to look at all teams. See how we ranked. Come on. Taking a look at the stats, how we did this season. Okay, so T. Martin. He had the highest QB rating, most yards by far, most touchdowns by far, almost the least amount of interceptions off. He didn't throw that interception in the SEC championship game. He would have tied for the least amount of interceptions. Most yards per game, obviously. Best completion percentage, best average. Longest pass, least amount sacked. That's thanks to his offensive line. Okay, let's look at rushing now. Jamal Lewis. Most yards. He didn't have enough carries to get an average to count, but he does obviously have the best average. Most touchdowns by far. Not the longest, but the most yards per game by far. 20. Most 20 yards runs. Didn't have any fumbles. Let's look at receivers. Receptions. Peerless Price had the most by far. Most yards. Best average. Most touchdowns. Longest run. 200 yards per game. And best reception yards after the catch. Almost the best average. And only one drop. Okay, all of my offensive linemen. You can see how amazing they were. Lots and lots of pancakes. Way more than the guys after me. Defensive stats. Most tackles for loss. Sean Ellis. All these guys. Most sacks, Sean Ellis. Most interceptions, Steve Johnson with 14. Fred White with 10. Fred White won the award. Deion Grant, 9 interceptions. And the interception yards, as you can see, Al Wilson had lots of interception return yards. And whenever you have that, whenever you get too many, it glitches out and then goes into the negatives for some reason. I don't know why it does that. But Deion Grant had the most interception return yards in the whole season in the entire NCAA. Let's see what else we got. Pass deflections, forced fumbles. Not a lot here. Fumble return yards. Fred White had 77. Safeties. Will Overstreet caused 2 safeties. Al Wilson had 4 defensive touchdowns. Deion Grant had 4, and so did Fred White. And, oh yeah, kicking. So Jeff Hall had the most made field goals. Had the best percentage. Tied for the longest field goal. So he did have the longest field goal, but he tied with somebody else. I wish I'd gotten a field goal that was longer than 56. I was thinking about doing that, but decided not to. Too risky to mess up his percentage. But oh well, he still has the longest. He still won the award, that's the important thing. And, wanted to go through these. And, yeah, Jeff Hall had 16 40-yarders and 9 50-yarders. Wow, look at this guy. Made 7 50-yarders. That's amazing. That's really, really good. And, touchbacks, Jeff Hall won that. Kickoffs 14. I don't know why it's only 4. Oh, it's really like 114 or something. I don't know. I don't know why it says only 14 right there. That's kind of weird. He does have his 62. That must be another glitch because I had too many or something. Punting, yes, we had the only one punt on the season for our punter David Leverton, and it was 71 yards, longest punt. Kick returning. Let's see. Touchdowns. Leonard Scott had 4 touchdowns. He was the most. Punt returning. Jermaine Copeland had the best average and the most yards. And the most touchdowns by far. And that's it. That's all the stats that we have. Let's look at team stats. Alright, team stats. We got most yards by far. Most offensive yards. Most 7,000 passing yards exactly. Right, most rushing yards. Most points per game, obviously. Most passing touchdowns. Most rushing touchdowns. Most first downs. Okay. I didn't think I'd have that. Least amount of sacks allowed. Defense. First place in total yards. First place in passing yards. First place in rushing yards. First place in points per game. I wish I didn't give up 3 points to Miami. Would have been a perfect sweep on the season. Sacks, 216. 70 interceptions. That's insane. Only 18 fumble recoveries. We did so bad in fumble recoveries. We didn't get first in that one. Efficiency. Third down, percentage, we led in efficiency. Fourth down, we didn't lead in fourth down conversion efficiency. We did not get one fourth down conversion that we tried. Offensive red zone attempts, 65. Offensive red zone touchdowns, 50. And 15 field goals. 100% scoring in the red zone. Only one field goal given up in the defensive red zone attempts. They had three times a team has gotten inside my 20-yard line. I never went for 2, did I? Least amount of penalties, least amount of penalty yards on the season. Turnovers. 4 interceptions thrown, 0 fumbles lost, only 4 giveaways, 70 interceptions, 18 fumble recoveries, 88 takeaways, plus 84 in turnovers. That's pretty awesome. And that's it. There you go. Let's look at this real quickly, our stat rankings. Look at this. We're first in absolutely everything here. Well, 5th in red zone field goals. 2nd in the conference. But first in everything else. Defense. First in everything except fumbles recovered. First in the SEC in fumbles recovered, though. Efficiency. First and third down efficiency. Didn't really go for 2 ever. First in penalties. First in penalty yards. Turnovers. 2nd in interceptions thrown. 2nd in fumbles recovered. Other than that, first in everything. Well, that pretty much says it for the season. Thanks for watching, guys. And we were able to accomplish our goal of getting an award for every single position on the team, so that was pretty cool. It was fun. Glad you were able to watch whenever you